Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Guys YouTube channel where the Force is family. We're back officially from hiatus. Anyways, I am Master Paul. Jonathan is actually going to be joining us here in a little bit. He's actually here in the house with me, so he will pop in the room. And we are going to talk tonight about ICC 2023. That was last weekend. We have been back from that now for a week. And I want to say hello to Phil McCracken, who says, "What is this place? And where is Cash Money?" I don't know. Cash might be around tonight. Who knows? And hello to Victor LR Dice, who is sharing the popcorn emoji and says, "Good vibes." Absolutely. And I am letting everyone know this is an open panel stream tonight. So if you would like to join the panel, you're certainly welcome to. Especially if you were actually at the convention, because I would love to hear you guys talk about that. So, like I said, the ICC convention was last weekend, and I want to just right off the bats apologize for the fact that I only did one stream, and I said I was going to do more, but sadly, that didn't end up happening. See, Saturday was where we spent the most time at the convention, and by the time it was all said and done, I was spent. So we didn't stream that night. And then Sunday we couldn't do a stream because by that point we were on the road and I didn't want to be distracting to mom and dad driving. Which, by the way, if mom and dad are listening right now, I do want to say hello to you guys. Right now, mom and dad are actually traveling through Yellowstone. So hopefully they get back safely. LR Dice says, "Couldn't go this year, and I'm playing Call of Duty right now." I gotcha. And I hope you're winning on Call of Duty. And I do want to say this, too. Since you mentioned it, Victor, anyone that wasn't able to go this year, or hasn't been able to go at all, I will definitely say, I'm going to scooch this over here. I definitely do want to say, you should go at least once. It is definitely worth it. That being said, however, there were some hiccups that happened along the way. Things that, in hindsight, probably... I mean, don't get me wrong. There was one thing that happened that absolutely was a big deal and was bad. And we'll talk about that in a moment. It was a logistics issue. But other things that perhaps weren't the biggest deal, but at the time felt like a big deal. But we'll get to those later on. So I have all of my pictures. Now, granted, these are only the pictures I took. I'll try and factor in some of the ones that mom took too. So I will be showing off plenty of pictures from the trip, both that mom took and that I took. And let's see. So we start off pretty much from the beginning, where we left from our home here in Virginia on Thursday evening, and we got pretty much from where we live in the Shenandoah Valley all the way down to Sevierville, Tennessee. And usually that's about a good 6 hours for us. And so pretty much that first evening was nothing but driving. And then we got to Nashville at, I want to say about noon that Friday. And for those that don't know, ICC does do a special thing on the Friday of that weekend where if you have the VIP tickets, you can get in early. I did not have that ticket, sadly, and neither did Jonathan. So we just kind of milled around Nashville itself and, saw different things. And I want to say hello real quick to Alan Copeland. Thanks for joining. And this was one of the first stops that we did. Let me see if mom has any pictures. Okay, so I'm going to show two different pictures here. So first, I'm going to show a picture. Both of these were pictures that Mom took of me, but here's the first one I want to show. So the first real stop that we did was at a guitar store called Grun's Guitars. And what's special about this place is that they specialize in like really, really high end, like minimum $3,000 guitars. And they are just beautiful. And by the way, hello to Felix, Star Wars Theology, who we'll talk about his involvement with the convention later on. And Felix, like I said, if you are interested in joining the panel, the link to join is here in the pinned comment. So here is me outside of the Grun's Guitars. And yes, by the way, we also went to Buc-ee's for the first time, which definitely lived up to the hype. In fact, I'm wearing that same shirt here. So that's the picture that Mom took of me on the outside. So let me show you now just a small picture of a couple pictures actually, of what it looked like on the inside. And he says he'll join in 2 minutes. All right, take your time. So here is a quick shot of what Grun's Guitars looks like on the inside. I kid you not when I say that I have not seen as many acoustic guitars in one place as I have in this store. And all of them, like the super duper high end ones from Martin, Taylor, Gibson, etc., etc. And the thing is, this isn't even the whole shop. Like, number one, this isn't even the whole room. There was a whole selection of electric guitars pretty much to the left of where this picture is taken. Mom might have a picture of that. I mean, yeah, here's even more. You can see some of the electric guitars in the shop, but there was like a whole room dedicated to electric guitars. I'm going to go back to this picture. And each one of these little alcoves here to the right, there was even more guitars. And the crazy part is, this store is multiple floors of this stuff, but the upper floors are pretty much by, I think, either appointment only or invitation only, because that's where like the super duper expensive stuff is, where it's like a $45,000 Martin D28 that's from 1941, which for those of you guys that play guitar, you know that's a big deal. So yes, I was pretty much like a kid in a candy store in this shop. I picked up just about every guitar that I could and tried it out, and came away with a couple dream guitars too. Like this, let's see if I can zoom in here. This guitar, this bigger guitar right here with the dark burst, I want one of those. It's a little bit similar to my 6-string acoustic that I usually have sitting over here, but it's a slightly bigger body, which is going to give it a bigger sound. And yeah, I definitely want one. Heck, I would like to have one of each of all of these guitars, but that's going to be a lot of money. So let's see. So we'll take that off the screen for now. So after we were done here, oh, actually, I take that back. There was something that we didn't. There was something we did before that. This was something that Dad wanted to do. So Dad, and Victor, you might get a kick out of this, wanted to go and look at the Nashville Harley-Davidson shop. Now, this is one thing that caught Mom's eye. She's probably going to kill me for sharing this, but she has been thinking about getting her own motorcycle license, and she's specifically looking at a 3-wheel thing. And so this caught her eye right here. And the salesman that we dealt with was, he wanted to get a sale out of us, clearly, but he was like the most pushy salesman we had ever dealt with. Even looking to me, who I don't have a motorcycle license, And I told him that, and he says, "Oh, that's fine. You can still buy the bike and then get your motorcycle license afterward. I'll sell a bike to each one of your family." He even tried to sell a bike to Jonathan, thinking that Jonathan was much older than he is, because let's face it, Jonathan's been going to the gym lately. But yeah, the shop itself was cool. Seeing all these motorcycles were definitely cool. Dad was into it the most, obviously. But yeah, that was just a very interesting experience with one of the most pushy salesmen I've ever dealt with. So let's see, what else happened Friday that we can talk about. Oh, I forgot to show this one. Here is me with this was just something I did spur of the moment. Here is me with the Bucky statue, just because. And yes, Bucky's absolute, like I said, for those that have never been, Bucky's is basically if Walmart and 7-Eleven sort of merge together. And it does absolutely live up to the hype, but that's also kind of a bad thing because it was just incredibly, incredibly crowded. And real quick, we have a guest joining us. Felix, the Jedi Master himself. What's up?
Yeah. What's up? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm in
So,
construction here.
I
yeah.
gotcha. I see you're also wearing your ICC hat.
Yeah.
You got that at the convention? Is that the one from last year?
I got this one on the convention. I'm not sure if it's the last year version that they were reselling or I don't know. I just got that one. Yeah. I know that the new one I think was with the V. They had like a V thing.
Mm-hmm.
I also had this shirt. There was they were selling the 4th anniversary for the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
With the natural, yeah.
And real quick, LR says, "I hate pushy salesmen." Yeah. So that's pretty much our day Friday. And then, of course, me and John came out to the Hilton and we did that stream with you guys, which was really fun. And I still feel like I scared Becky when she showed up and I'm like, "Hey, I'm live." And she's like, "Whoa, okay." And I did, by the way, apologize to her after that for those that were watching. And weirdly, the stream crashed twice that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it crashed the first time when I tried to take the stream inside to go look at that big room sale.
Mm-hmm.
And then it crashed again while we were outside, talking on the patio.
Oh, interesting.
But it was still fun. And you guys got to see me swing a lightsaber again. And I didn't do any better than I did last year against Mexican Iron Man. But I will say this though, Felix, and this is kind of getting into your portion already.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan actually learned a lot from you
doing
doing your little lessons both at the hotel and at the convention itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I still see him doing the 1, 2, 3, 4 drill.
Yeah. If you practice those moves, they become like second nature, and then you can adapt them. I think that's the basics.
Like I legit believe you should make YouTube videos of that stuff for your channel.
Mm-hmm.
You presented it in such a good way to understand at the convention. Like that should be folded into your content.
Yeah. Fine. I think that's one of the things I want to do. I want to add it there. Yeah.
And Phil saying, "Felix, make sure you check the cash Paul pays you. It might be fake." All right, so that's all the pictures I have to show from Friday. Let's get the pictures now from Saturday. And of course, Felix, if you have any pictures you want to show, feel free to bring your screen up. Yeah. So first off, Mom wanted a picture with the two of us before we actually left for the convention. And if that Jedi costume Jonathan is wearing looks familiar, that is the same one that I wore last year, and I basically gave it to Jonathan. So I'm going to get something different. That one's his now. And if Mom got a picture with both of us, Dad had to have one too.
Nice.
Now, while we were at the convention, Mom and Dad were looking around Nashville, and they actually took a riverboat cruise, which I'm not going to show those because that's for Mom to show. But we still, um, you know, they had fun while we were there, and then the stuff that we did. We of course had the big lightsaber lesson with you guys, and that's when Coach and Nick showed up, and I think that was, at least that I know of, the only time that we actually had everyone there. And yes, by the way, Phil, that was my dad's truck. It's a 2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019 Chevy Silverado diesel 2500 with a Duramax. But yeah, we had the lightsaber lesson, which, speaking of lightsabers, this isn't from this past one. This is from the year before.
Yeah.
But this is still a good picture.
I think next year it will be a good, get together with everybody that missed it this year. I think everybody's gonna get motivated for that one.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, some other things that happened on Saturday, Jonathan and I took pictures with some cosplayers. One guy dressed up as Kylo Ren, another dressed like Vader and the Stormtrooper. Did you meet these guys, Felix?
Yes. My son got a picture with them. He was really excited. Yeah, I think the detail on those guys, especially the Darth Vader, it was up to, spec.
And here's the thing too, the guy, they were like completely in character. Yeah. Like, I was getting ready to hand my phone off to John to take the picture, and I was kind of fumbling with it, and all of a sudden Vader turns to me and he's like, "What is taking so long?"
Oh, yeah, that's
it legitimately scared me there for a second.
Yeah. Some of those guys they were in character, like they were playing a good part, especially for the kids. I think it's impressive that just fans, in my opinion, they're doing a better job than the cast in Disney.
I agree.
I've been in Disney, I've been in Galaxy Edge, but there's something missing about the Star Wars characters. That they need to be more into it. Hey, hi Donna.
Yeah, Donna. By the way, if you want to join Felix and I, like I said, the link to join is in the pinned comment. I would certainly like to hear your point of view of what the convention was like, and of course, hello to Crit.
Hey, Crit.
And yes, I know, Phil, that was the Yankee flag that Dad had on his truck, but you know what? It's Dad's truck. I can't say anything about it.
One more thing about the Kylo Ren there. I don't know if you were there, but you remember that building in the convention that had the Tennessee real big, and they had the flag of the state. Okay, so at one point in time, there was a they were talking about it was the competition for the cosplaying, and then in between the the different levels of competition, the Kylo Ren guy presented his fan film. He actually made it a fan film. And
really?
Yes, the fan film, even though it was Kylo Ren, right? Mm-hmm. He brought Darth Vader in that fan film. And, besides sequels and stuff, it was not about the sequels. It was in between. Remember when Kylo was interrogating Rey in that first movie?
Yeah.
It was Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So in the Force Awakens, that he interrogates and there's a break in between. It's what happens in between that and the next time he sees Rey.
Okay.
So it's pretty interesting because it's more about, that attachment that he has with Darth Vader. So I found it pretty, for what it was really good. So
nice.
I think it's in the YouTube. I don't know his name. I didn't catch him. So I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube.
I'll definitely see if I can find it.
Yeah.
So let's see. Going back to the pictures, we, of course, saw once again the droid builders here, and of course Jonathan and I took some pictures with R2 here. But yeah, they had R2, they had Chopper, they had, you can see Dio and BB-8 in the back, and some custom droids too. Let's see, I'll show you a couple of mine. Here's my picture with R2. Oh, and darn it, I'm blanking out on his name, but that one droid from Andor that was like, I want Marva. Donna says she thought the film was good.
Oh yes, she was there. Donna was with next to. I was sitting next to her. In the same area. Yeah.
Yep. So let's see. So yeah, there's me with R2. Um, this is the two of us with the host, Miss Carly King, who is a Star Wars TikTok influencer. She was really nice. And while we were waiting to have our chance to meet with her, she had this really sweet interaction with this little girl that I think was dressed up like Rey and had the lightsaber, and she was just having this really sweet interaction with her, talking about Rey and asking to see if she knew any lightsaber tricks and things like that. And we were John and I were happy to wait there and let her have her moments. But here was the biggest moment.
Oh yeah.
And here is where, sadly, I embarrassed myself a little bit. So I said this before, where John and I had a ticket for an official photo op with Mr. McDermott.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't aware that the photo op and the meet and greet stuff where you give him an autograph were not the same thing. And so I show up for the meet and greet thinking it was the photo op, wait through the entire line with Jonathan, and we get up to him, shake his hand, and he's looking, expecting like we're going to hand him something to autograph. And I tell him, I'm sorry, sir, I don't have anything for you to autograph. I was just hoping to get a picture. And then his security guard, I know Phil's going to go crazy on this. His security guard looks at my receipt and he's like, oh, you guys actually bought the photo op. That's later in the day in a different room. So technically we got to meet Mr. McDermott twice. And thankfully he was really chill about the whole thing.
Yeah, he's very nice.
He is.
I'm amazed how different in reality he is versus, the emperor. You think that he's but he's a very nice guy. Yes. Yes. Sometimes, that, the meet and greet and the photo is something that could be confusing. And I end up doing both because I got my Dark Plagueis novel signed by him. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get his signature in the Dark Plagueis model. And then I also got that photo with my son and him. So
yeah,
it was nice.
If I had more money, I definitely would have done both too. And what I would have done is I would have brought this for him to sign.
Oh,
see, man. I got this, I believe, in a giveaway from X-Wing a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting on my desk, and I thought I would have either had him sign the outside of it or sign the plastic part here. But
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe if he's there next year, I might do that. And DJ Ronnie G, by the way, hello. He says, those red guards can be dangerous. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, let's see what other pictures I can show.
Well, my son took me a picture of me. Probably you have seen this one, right? I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. You posted that on your post for the official ICC group, right?
Yeah, that was my son. He said, hey, let me take you a picture now that you're like, because I forgot the first day when you guys saw me, I forgot my pants. So I didn't have my pants for my gi. So so the next day I was fully dressed. And
I gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, you looked very official dressed like that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to say hello to Thrawn. Thanks for joining. And dude, we really did miss having you there.
I miss Thrawn. Really miss Thrawn. He was
everyone that was there the year before that didn't come this year. People like Loki, Mexican Iron Man, X-Wing, Thrawn, Crits. We really did miss you guys there, and hopefully you guys are all able to be there next year. And of course you too, Victor. I forgot.
Yeah, all those guys. It was good, but I was, man, if we had all that crew now, in this one, would it be awesome? Hopefully next year they can all,
I agree, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think what we would want to do next year is probably coordinate better which hotel that we're all going to be at. That way we can just be there. And also, once we're at the convention, we kind of did when we had your class that Saturday. But I think if we communicated a little bit better what part of the convention we all wanted to meet at, just to like take account of everyone before we all went our separate ways, I think that would probably be a little bit better.
I will make a suggestion to the ICC once they had feedback, because what happens is that they had this nice map about all the activities, but not everything was kind of like the outside activities outside the convention center. They were not labeled as probably they should be, and that's what caused confusion. For example, we missed your performance. We wanted to be there, and we completely missed it.
We were looking everywhere.
We'll talk about that in just a moment. I've got some gripes with that.
Yeah.
Real quick, hello Donna, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Hi, Donna.
We're doing well. Good. And Thrawn real quick says, I missed being there. I will be sure to be there next year. I just started a new job and couldn't.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, I get that.
I have a little piece of whatever. I have offered, and I think Coach is going to take me up on it. Is the second we find out where we're going, when the dates of it, and as long as it's not on that same weekend, I think Coach is going to allow me to. You guys don't know this, but I'm a project manager.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to allow me to help out in that capacity to make it a little bit more seamless. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And real quick, I want to say hello to the legendary Tron, which, dude, it was great seeing you again.
Oh, he was awesome.
Tron, I know you missed the pre-convention stream, but again, for anyone, especially if you were there, anyone that wants to join, the link is here in the pinned comments. And I want to say hello also to Jet Sparks, who says, hey guys, hopefully I'll be at ICC next year. You would have enjoyed it, man. Trust me.
Yeah. It's a good experience. If you're a Star Wars fan and you want genuine, Star Wars non-corporate, just real fans, you should go. You should go.
Absolutely. And I'm hoping that they keep it at, organization, like placement, where what's all is where aside. I do hope they keep it at that venue, because that was a massive upgrade from the Nashville Sheraton, as crowded as that was.
I think it could have handled even another 1,000 people, no problem.
Oh yeah. So Donna, overall, you've kind of already talked about it, but I'll go ahead and ask, just overall, how was the convention for you?
Well, I last year I just did a one-day pass, and it was the Saturday. And if you remember last year's, it was I'm claustrophobic, and so it was a disaster for me. Other than getting to be part of the team in that courtyard, this year I had got the 3-day pass, the VIP pass, and it was worth every cent of it.
I believe it.
It was $500.
Real quick, I got to cut you there, Donna, because I have to do it like this. This is gonna be terrible, but silence, users. Tron has arrived. What's up, Tron?
Hi, Tron.
Hello, Tron.
And dude, again, it was nice seeing you and your brother there. And I hope did you have as much fun this year as you did last year?
Yeah, his brother is great. Had great time talking to him again. Great guy. You had the best brother ever, Tron. So
yes, you do.
I'm happy for you. Really happy for you. Yeah, he was so excited. Tron was really excited all the time. At one point, when we're trying to find.
Hey, man. I know, Tron, that you and Mama Bear were lucky enough to meet Mr. John Rhys-Davies. So
I was there too.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Tell us what that was like.
That was awesome. We followed Tron and his brother into meet him, and there's like two people in front, but they just said, this one girl just like, oh, I'm letting him cut, and so he went ahead, and John Rhys-Davies just walked around, and then I mean he was amazing. Wasn't he,
Nice.
Tron? He was absolutely amazing. And
Nice.
I got my picture taken with him, which I had posted. I think
Oh,
Felix,
Tron's sharing the screen here. There he
Yes.
was.
Oh, nice.
That is an amazing picture. And I'm gonna say this too about this picture that you're. Can you zoom it in just a little bit for me, Tron? I just want you to look at the smile that Mr. Davies has on his face. That does not look in any way fake or I gotta take a picture with another fan. No, that is genuine joy. And guys, that's the effect that Tron has on people.
Yes.
Yeah, so
it was really nice.
Like I said, I'm going to say this a lot tonight. If I had more money, I would have definitely bought a meet and greet ticket for him because I love his role as Gimli. I love his role as Sala. And sadly, and while those are the only two roles I know, I would have loved meeting him.
Well, could you put me on full screen just real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this, but there's Mama Bear.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
And this was me.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay, done.
Okay.
I don't have it on my computer. I just have it on my phone.
And here's something that I only just found out recently. The fact that Mr. Rhys-Davies was only there because Freddie Prinze Jr., who was originally supposed to be there, canceled. See, I thought that it was kind of always the plan that Mr. Rhys-Davies was going to be there. I didn't know that he was a write-in. And real quick, Thrawn says that Tron is a pro D4 player. I don't know what D4 is, but I'm sure Tron is very good at it. So while Tron's typing up whatever he's typing, do you guys have any of the items that you bought from the convention on hand?
Oh yeah. I was getting that, and one thing that I love the most. This is the
I'll put you full screen, Felix.
Look what I got.
Oh, nice.
There's the Luke Skywalker replica.
Nice. Now, is that the kind that actually has the pixel blade?
This one, no. I got the simple blade. Because that was $100 more. But I because this one is gonna be more for display than anything else. I think
makes sense.
I think it lights up, but
Nice.
So you put the blade in, obviously, it's gonna. But I'm just happy because this one I just wanted to. Now that I'm doing the room, I'm gonna put it as a display next to the novels. I would use it inside, but I would not use it for it can take a hit, but I just want it for display purposes more than anything.
Yeah, I got that.
And then I got. Let me see. I was looking for this guy.
Ooh, nice.
The Black Series, Darth Maul. I wanted to get the kind of like the episode 1 version because you can get the other one that is cut in half, and I have that one, but this one is kind of hard to find. Let me see. I got Bo-Katan.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Bo-Katan. I got I was looking for this one. I was looking for R2D2, the Goba edition. You know
Okay.
it's the dirty one. Yeah, and it has the
Looks
antenna.
nice.
I don't know if you can see the antenna, but it has antenna. I was also looking for a R4. Let me see.
Okay.
R4 there.
I
You
like
saw
that.
the R4, the actual droid that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
think
that was awesome.
and my last two items, this one is the
Nice.
Scouts, Biker Scout, and to complement the R2, I had Luke and Yoda in
I
parts
like
per
that,
select. Yeah,
dude.
so that's basically. Oh, and this one, I got the
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So those were my what I bought. So
Okay.
but yeah, the lightsaber was the main thing. The other stuff wasn't good price, good price, $15-$20, those figures, they were not that expensive, compared to
Yeah,
other
no, they
figures.
weren't.
Yeah, so it was good. It
All
was
right,
good.
Donna, your turn.
Okay, so I got a lightsaber, and which Felix actually helped me kind of learn to use it. Which is really awesome. But
Power on.
I
Nice.
really like it because it's just a flick of the wrist.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that one I know for a fact is one of the Pixel ones.
Yeah. And I wanted to have a different handle, and so I did get just what do you
A
call
grip.
it? It's not a movie prop one. It's just,
Of course.
but if you see, it's rose gold. It matches my watch.
Nice.
It matches my phone.
Nice.
And so pink is my signature color. If you know the movie, I would be impressed.
I like it. Now, is that the only thing that you bought, or was there other things?
Huh?
Is that the only thing that you bought at the convention, or were there other things?
Dark Ages.
Oh man, it won't. Okay, I'm just gonna put it down. I'm still trying to learn how to turn it off. No, I don't have. I didn't. I got a couple things for my daughter, and I've already dropped them off. And then I got Harry Potter wand, Bellatrix's wand, which is
that was actually pretty cool that they had not just the replica wands.
Something else. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically I don't know. I don't know if it was Coach that mentioned that it basically when you enter there, it's a time capsule. You go there, and it's like, wow, you find stuff there that I don't think you will find anywhere else.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
There was stuff there from when my dad was a kid, like when the original trilogy was like fresh and new.
Yeah.
Now, granted, stuff like that was going for 3 and 4 digits, but still, the fact that it was there. And there's one thing, and I'll kind of transition this into showing my stuff. There's one thing that I found there that I actually had when I was a kid. And
really?
that is this guy right here. So this is something that they did around 2006. It was a crossover thing with Transformers and Star Wars. This was something that Michael asked me to find. He wanted specifically the Millennium Falcon that could split into Han Solo and Chewie. So I got that for him. But you want to know something kind of sad about this, though?
Coach is on the chat.
Oh, Coach, what's up, man? Yes, he always makes fun of my long cord, which it's for those wondering, it's not. So, Coach, like I
Silence.
said,
users, Tron is trying to speak.
Let's make him full screen.
We definitely be the next year. BTW coach has plans for next year and sounds like it's going to be epic. BTW D4 is Diablo 4. It's a new game releasing on the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Coach is
yeah,
big on
see,
that
I didn't make that connection. Oh, and Coach says that boy got a haircut. By the way, Coach, if you're not doing anything, like I told these guys, the link to join is here in the pinned comments. If you want to come on here and talk about your thoughts on the convention.
Yeah.
So I'll bring back up this picture real quick. Like I said, I got this for Michael, this Transformer, but something bad happened when Michael took it out of the box. So those of you guys that are like really big and go way back with the toy collecting thing have probably heard of something called gold plastic syndrome, where certain toys used this. Real quick, Coach says, I'm about to watch Dune with my kiddo another time, perhaps. I gotcha. So apparently gold plastic syndrome is this thing where certain toy makers would use this really, really cheap gold-covered plastic that would outright decay over time. And sadly, these toys were really bad for it. Like the plastic that they would use, most notably in the joints of the Chewbacca figure, just were not meant to last. And this was brand new in its case, but it sat there and time got to it. And when Michael tried to manipulate Chewie's arms and legs, the joints outright shattered.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, so
wow.
Michael and I are both pretty bummed about that. But Michael said that he's going to try and find another one just so he can at least replace the Chewie figure. And hopefully he finds one that's a little bit more sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another thing that didn't quite go to plan. But the other things that I have I do still have here in the room with me. So I showed it already, but I'll show it again. Here is my official picture with Ian McDermott. And like I said, he was just amazing to meet. And, you know, I had my lights. It's hard to see in the picture here, but I had my lightsaber set on red, you know, for the Emperor. And John set his on green because that's what he happened to have it on. And then as far as the toys that I bought a couple different things. So you already saw the Transformers. This was the only thing that I bought for myself, and that is this model of the Enterprise D. And by the way, it does make sound.
Firing photon torpedoes.
That's awesome.
So I unboxed this earlier this week and set it up. And it actually does come with a stand, which I have up here. So you slide off, the way it works is you slide off the battery pack here, and you slide on the stand as the battery pack, and it just sits there on your shelf like that. So that's the only thing that I bought for myself. Everything else I got as a gift for other people. So let's see, I'll show this one first. So this was actually the last thing I bought, and I bought this on Sunday. But I bought this 3D printed Mount Rushmore of the cast of Star Trek, the original series. So we have Kirk, Scotty, McCoy, and Spock. And I'm sending this to Baron Orman Tag. And by the way, this is paintable. Someone deleted your chat? That's probably Phil. Phil that I know of is, well, Felix, you're a mod, but I don't know how that happened, but I'm blaming Phil.
Phil.
So anyways, like I said, I got this for Baron. Crit asked for this. He wanted me to find for him an Obi-Wan figure, and so I found this one. So this is the Episode 2 Obi-Wan. I thought, and I chose this one specifically because you see all the time, you know, the Episode 3 Obi-Wan or the Kenobi Obi-Wan. But the Episode 2 Obi-Wan's not that common anymore. So I chose this one for him. speaking of Phil, I got this for Phil. So this is Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
So this is another Enterprise. This is the original Enterprise as it appeared in Star Trek 3. And real quick, Coach says, "Hey Tron, try and get in a better mood, please. It's hard seeing you upset like this." So the Enterprise here, this is going to Pacific. And then finally, I got this for cash money. I got him a Vader. And Phil tries...
Which one is that one? Is that...
It's apparently Vader from Empire Strikes Back.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be mailing these out to everyone that I got them for as soon as hopefully this week. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I brought home from. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one other thing that I forgot to get. Jonathan and I both got one of these. But did y'all see that they were selling the fake $1 million bills? Did y'all see that?
Oh, really? No, I didn't.
Yeah. So I bought one that was Legend of Zelda themed.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And of course, here's on the back. And Jonathan got one that was Mario themed. But they had it looked like everything there. You know, Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter. Oh, dude, I got it too.
Oh, nice.
I'll be honest with you guys. Just watching everyone, this is why I've been gone for so long from YouTube.
I absolutely adore it. My main quests are completed, and I'm just having fun with the side quests.
So you finished the whole story then?
I did not. I have not gone for Ganon yet.
Okay. Well, I will say this, since you brought it up, on the second channel, the Everything Else
Not
guys...
Ganondorf. I'm sorry.
Oh, I gotcha. Coach is saying that Diablo 4 is better than Zelda.
Bite your tongue, Coach. Oh. No.
But I will say that tomorrow on the Everything Else guys, myself and a few guests are going to be doing an in-depth review of this game. So that will be... what time do I have that? I believe that is at 9 o'clock. What'd you say, Donna?
When are you going to do that?
9 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay, I'll be looking for it.
Awesome.
Is
but
it
I will
on this
say,
channel?
No, it's going to be on the other channel, the Everything Else guys. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab a link to that and put it in the chat for you.
Okay, that would be.
I will say though, the stream is going to be full spoilers.
I forgot one thing.
Spoilers
if
now.
I may.
Okay.
I forgot one thing to show that I got, and this one.
Oh wow! I'm gonna bring you.
That's
this is
cool.
This
nice.
is the poster of in wood, and then
I was about to ask.
You get the artist. It's basically using kind of like a rapid prototyping machine, but in wood basically. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And I think they have all the other posters too. So I'm pretty sure. I think I saw them last year. It could be that next year they're gonna be there. So next year I could get Empire. Probably. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That is very nice. I have something kind of similar to that. It used to be set up in my old setup in the room next to me, and it's kind of like that for Return of the Jedi, except it's in full color. I have to get it hung up in here at some point. Oh, and by the way, Donna, Coach says for me to tell you that Monopoly sucks.
Can I curse?
I'm sorry. Only if you want to have the no-no song played. I'm sorry, that counts. That counts.
Language. And for gosh sake, watch your language.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be good.
It's fine. So,
but I have a cute little story for you, real quick, that people might want to know.
Go ahead.
On Friday, I did in the hotel meet one of the he played Salacious Crumb, Mark Dodson. I had met him, and we had kind of hung out a little bit on the weekend, and that was really cool. And on Saturday night, him and the lady, what was it?
I'm sure what exists already.
Absolutely not. They haven't done it. Anyway, if you remember Coach's story of how he met, what is her name? You know, the dancer.
Femi Taylor.
Yeah, Femi Taylor, and then Mark Dodson, and then anyway, there was 4 of them going to dinner, and they kept getting their Uber kept getting canceled, and I said, "Hey, I can drive you." You know, I was making friends with Mark Dodson, so he was like, ask the other guys. So I drove all 4 of them to dinner, and then I came back, and yeah, Mark Dodson has my phone number.
Nice.
Oh.
And apparently Femi Taylor is Coach's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just like apparently from last year, Tron's girlfriend's name is Ashley
Eckstein, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
but
now
I had a blast. I mean, it was just, I'm in the car driving them, and I said, and I don't know what to say. You know, they kind of asked me a couple of questions, and
do I want to know?
Oh, he's like, girl, I've loved you all my life, and and then
oh my goodness,
she just laughed, and then he looks at her husband, who is a pretty, I mean, he's a thin man, but he's very tall, you know, muscular, and you know, he's from the Netherlands and stuff. Anyway, she's like, with respect. And it was
with respect.
So funny.
Oh my goodness.
With respect.
That honestly does sound like something you'd say, Coach.
And then but anyway, when I was in the one of my real true heroes, other than Leia, you know, is in Star Wars. I loved Leia, but one of my heroes is Marsha Lucas, because in a time where a lot of women were sidelined, she was actually, you know, rose above, and she actually was instrumental in making Star Wars our original, and the ones I love. And so she's one of, well, not like huge hero, but I told them I absolutely, if I could meet any one of from Lucasfilm, it would be Marsha Lucas.
I forgot to ask Donna, Coach says, if she talked to herself while she drove the Star Wars celebrities.
And anyway, all of them said that Marsha Lucas was they were all like, oh, we love her, we miss her, you know, they all said that she was probably the most fun to work with.
Wow.
Out of all. So that was one piece of news that I got, was I was like, oh, I've always wanted to meet Marsha Lucas, and in fact, that whole crew you saw back there wants to meet Marsha Lucas. And anyway, they're just like, oh, she's so great, she likes to party. Okay.
So speaking of celebrities, I gotta bring up this picture, something I forgot to do. But Dad, who, by the way, I got to mention this. Dad did not initially intend on going into the convention, because that's sort of thing's not his thing. But after Mom and I were done with our music sets, the guy that was handling all that stuff gave Mom and Dad free passes to get into the convention on Sunday, and Dad got to meet Flick from a Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, I met him too.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a funny story attached to this picture. Again, this is kind of coming from me embarrassing myself, but Dad's standing there talking to Mr. Schwartz and looking at all the pictures. And I say, Dad, hey, would you like me to take your picture with Mr. Schwartz? And he said, all right. And so he goes around, and so I position myself to take the picture. And all of a sudden, Mr. Schwartz looks at it and says, whoa, 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 whoa. Selfies are $20 unless you buy a picture. And so Dad will forever think of that guy saying, whoa, 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 selfies are $20.
Oh, that's funny.
And by the way, hello to Matt Tween. Thanks for joining.
Matt Tween.
Hey, my twin.
It was nice to see you there, by the way, too, man.
He's a super guy.
Yeah, he
Tell
is.
him to come on. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, man. If you want to come on here, Matt Tween, and talk about the convention, the link to join is right here. So here's where, sadly, I got to talk about some of the negatives, at least for me, on the convention. And you guys already mentioned it, but the music show that Mom and I were supposed to do was... I had fun doing it, but it was kind of disheartening. The fact that no one outside of Dad, Jonathan, and the sound guy actually stopped to listen. And I know that you guys tried to find me, and I do appreciate that. And I think it certainly didn't help that the acoustic stage was like put off to the side, kind of out of the way. I think if they had done all the music like on one stage, like that big stage there, it would have been much better. And I did talk to the guy that put it all on, Mr. Lee Ramsey, and he said that they're definitely going to be doing things differently with music next year.
I think you are right on point, because that's my if I'm gonna have a negative out of the convention, is that you don't necessarily know where certain stuff is going on. Like, for example, my demo, people were looking for me. There was one guy that said, hey, I was looking to see where you were doing it, because he was not clear where to go.
I agree.
So, yeah.
And by the way, Phil says, you know that Alcoholics Anonymous Nashville was ready for this event. Dude, AA Nashville had nothing to worry about because John Graber wasn't there throwing towels off the balcony.
Oh, man. You imagine John in the... Oh, man. We miss so many people. I can't just imagine next year. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, but as bad as that was, and trust me, I get it that going to hear music isn't exactly why you go to a convention. It's just kind of something that happens on the side. But from the performer's point of view, it was really demoralizing. But me and Mom powered through it and did our absolute best.
Yeah.
But as bad as that was...
I know, my brother and I was looking for you Sunday morning.
We were.
Yeah.
We were. Like, we're like, where is going on? Then we seen this rock band playing. I'm like, but wait a second, we thought that you were going to be there.
And oh my goodness, that rock band was like over.
I know.
Volumed. It was
like,
so. Oh wow!
Like me and John Saturday sat near the stage having lunch. I could legitimately feel myself going deaf from the band. And by the way, Anonymous, do. And he says, I see you, Phil. You can't hide from me. But like I said, as bad as that was, the really bad thing that happened was this snafu that we had on Saturday with Jonathan's ticket. So Dad pre-ordered Jonathan's ticket in advance, but didn't do it in enough time to actually get it mailed out like I did with mine and like you guys did. So for anyone that bought a ticket during that time period, you had to go and get it exchanged at the will call desk.
Mm.
And so first off, I thought that the will call desk was actually inside the building, not this little shack off to the side. And so, Mom and Dad, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, but there was a time that me and Jonathan actually got separated. And when I was in the group chat saying, hey, have y'all seen Jonathan? That was because he got inside the convention and I didn't, because I had to go get his ticket, yet he had my tickets. And I had his phone, so I really couldn't communicate with him. So that was a mess up on my part. And again, Mom and Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But here's the really crappy part of this. And again, I don't know how this happened, and I really do not want to assume negative intentions on the part of those working for ICC. You guys are great people. But Dad paid for Jonathan to have a 2-day ticket, Saturday and Sunday. Dad was charged for a 2-day ticket, and yet somehow Jonathan only got a Sunday ticket. So the only way that Jonathan was able to get in Saturday is because I basically paid for him to have another Saturday ticket.
Oh.
So the only reason Dad didn't go, and request a refund is because Mr. Ramsey gave us free passes to get into the convention anyways. So that is probably the biggest negative thing that I can say about ICC, where they should have kept a better track of who bought what in the pre-orders. And what's up, man? It was nice meeting you there, by the way, too.
He's a sweetheart.
He cannot hear you, but yeah,
it
was nice.
He is a fireball.
Really happy that they met you. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, they needed to keep better track at the will call desk of who bought what, because we weren't able to get Jonathan's full ticket, and I ended up having to spend money unnecessarily to correct their mistake. So
that's about to happen to you.
Yeah. But like I said, it was rectified in the fact that Mom and Dad got free tickets. So Dad at least walked away somewhat satisfied, and Mom and Dad did say that they would at least pay me back, so I'm not too upset. It's just hopefully that doesn't happen again next year if Jonathan goes. Like, I know that I'm going to order my ticket well enough in advance that it does get mailed out, and I am going to try and do VIP this year too. But yeah, that was
one thing about VIP I can tell you, because I was now VIP last year and I did VIP this year. And I think, especially because I went with my son, it was worth it, because it gives you a way to kind of like relax a little bit in between activities. And also, you get food included. And for him, it was unlimited, amounts of ice cream. They have,
nice.
Ice cream, the thing. They have soda, like unlimited water. So you can go there, relax. And you get an hour before everybody else. So you can do a lot of stuff. Plus, you have that extra day. So basically, I did all my shopping beforehand, and that gives you time to, enjoy the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
and not just that, but if you have that full day and an extra hour on every other day, you pretty much get the cream of the crop as far as what to buy. Because by the time the general populace gets inside, you guys, and I'm not saying this bitter, you guys have pretty much already gotten the best stuff.
Yeah, and also lets you see which vendor is better. For example, in terms of the lightsabers, there were a couple of vendors, right? And they were selling the same lightsaber in one vendor a lot more expensive than the one that I got. So I would have probably paid almost $100 more for the same lightsaber from this other place. So yeah, I'm glad that I had the time to see all that stuff. So yeah.
By the way, guys, Jonathan just walked in, so I'm going to let him give his thoughts real quick. So I'm going to scoot over here and give you this earbud, John.
All right.
So,
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
What's up?
What's up? Yeah.
so overall, would you say you enjoyed the convention?
Yes.
Nice. Just before you came in here, though, I was actually telling them about that ticket snafu that we had on Saturday.
That was pain.
Yeah, it was, but it did not.
Silence. Users, Tron is trying to speak.
Got to make him full screen.
VIP is definitely worth it, especially with my disability. I hate lines.
I can definitely imagine that, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I at least am for sure going to do VIP next year. I doubt Mom and Dad's going to pay $500 for you though.
Yeah.
So
Start mowing.
yeah.
I'm
No,
pretty
don't start
sure.
mowing. That's my job.
I'm pretty sure that almost the people I know that are gonna go there from from EVN, I'm very sure they're gonna do VIP because they already know. They already know what's going on there. And they can get early access and all that stuff. So yeah.
Exactly. So John, what would you say?
Try to get
your part?
a press pass. You know what I mean? I was in the VIP area. I met a lot of people that have press passes. So but they were, I don't know how they did both, but they were able to get in and get some access, but they didn't have all the access of the VIPs. I don't know how those people did that, but
Right.
yeah.
I'll think about it. I definitely want to do more than the general admission next year, though. And I'll say this: the one thing that we didn't do, that I also didn't do last year, was attend any panels. And I know you guys did at least for. I know you did for Palpatine. Did you do it for anyone else?
Who was the?
Well, I went to the 40th anniversary
Yes,
panel.
I did that one. Yeah.
Yep. And then I wanted to go to John Rhys Davies one, but me and Mama Bear went and picked up Coach and Nick to bring them to so we took off for like an hour and a half to go get them.
Real quick, Thrawn is talking about Timothy Zahn. Sadly, Timothy Zahn was not there this year. Hopefully he's there next year. But I will say this, though. There was some quite good Thrawn cosplayers there, weren't there? I was actually trying to get a picture of one for you, Thrawn, but I missed my chance because he walked away, and I didn't want to get you the picture of someone's back, even if they were in Thrawn cosplay. So maybe next time.
There was the lady shiz was there.
Say what?
The lady shiz, the girl that was dressed as a
yeah. So the Twi'lek cosplayer that was there last year, Thrawn, her and her friend that was cosplaying the female Chiss, yes, she was there, and she had actually updated her costume to where she was the blue female Chiss character, except she was also wearing Mando armor. And of course, her friend, the orange Twi'lek lady, she was still there too. And that's another thing I was disappointed on. I get it, they had other things to do at certain times. I was really hoping that, she would appear in her Twi'lek cosplay while I was doing my music and dance to the song that I had. Whoa,
Michael!
Michael just came in here and threw something at me.
I know what it is, probably.
What's up?
Nothing much.
You want to take the headphone for a bit?
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
We're talking to Felix, Donna, and Tron about the convention. And welcome back,
Hey,
Victor.
Michael.
Michael, where'd that
Hey,
roll?
Felix. Hey, Tron.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
What did
Doing
you throw
good.
at me?
SD card.
Yeah.
But the one that was cosplaying as Twi'lek, she actually took my lightsaber lessons the second day.
Oh, nice.
She brought some of her friends, and they took the class. Yeah.
And how'd they do?
They did good. They were into it. Especially what I enjoyed the most was getting kids. getting
Nice.
little kids that they really enjoy. I actually received a message from one of the parents, and they're saying that there was one of the little girls that I taught her how to do the lightsaber on the line. I think Donna, I think you were there. I was teaching her.
Yes, and she
She
was
has been.
loving it. And
Yes,
she
she did
started.
it.
She was good.
She was really
Nice.
good. She learned it like this, and then I was like, wow, she's actually blocking, and she learned it like in 10 minutes. And then after that, I got a message in Facebook that she has been practicing since then, every day. And they got a pillow, and she's practicing in her
So
room.
is John.
So I wonder next year if I can see that same little girl. You imagine that she's like been practicing for a whole year. That would be nice.
Yeah. I told you earlier, but John's been practicing those same moves you taught too, right, John?
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
They're very effective.
You still talking about the convention?
He says keep doing it. Yeah, we are.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say this. I wanted to go this time, but I couldn't go because of two reasons. One being that I was not able to get off work for Memorial Day weekend because our company loves holidays, especially the summer ones because of tourism. But also I was preoccupied with religious duties.
Yes.
Including filling in for my dad at church.
And you did a good job, by the way.
By the way, they started it.
Michael, in the middle of his sermon, made a "Go Army, Beat Navy" joke. And of course, being a Navy guy, I had to poke back at him for it.
The joke about it was, of course, I tried to not make light of the service members, but a lot of people were mentioning service members who were related to them, and almost all of them were Army, except for PJ, because I mentioned him, and I said, had I not mentioned PJ, it would have had an entire roster of Army people.
Right.
And so everyone laughed, but I didn't want to make light of the actual people just because of respect.
Yeah. So, what were we talking about when you came in?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? You've been on the stream for
I was
an hour
asking
and
John
12.
too.
Yeah, I actually mentioned this to you, Paul. I think that Mike would have benefited from those moves for, in terms for combat, hand-to-hand combat.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Who, me?
Yeah, you would have liked the lightsaber class Felix put on.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have. In fact,
especially
for a while,
the screaming one that scared Paul.
Yeah, it did. Like, it's a whole different experience when he's doing like the 10 moves in the sequence while doing the full Kiaz.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I just wanted to pop in here, so I'll give this back to John.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you, Mike.
Yeah, nice seeing you too.
I do need to talk to you about something afterwards, something that I have planned for a stream tomorrow, okay? All right. You didn't crush any of that, did you, John? No. Okay, good.
No.
So what else do you want to talk about with the convention? I told them already about how we embarrassed ourselves with the meet and greets.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I did tell them also about how Dad met the guy from A Christmas Story, and he shut me down over trying to take a picture without paying. Which, again, I didn't know, so it is what it is.
One thing that you miss, and then I Donna was there, and Tron was there. There was in the competition for the cosplayers, the kid level was won by a very well Predator cosplayer. It was a kid.
Awesome!
Wow.
That kid stole the whole. He went like with the movement.
There was no competition.
There was no competition, man.
Cool.
That kid was super cool.
What day was this on? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, yeah, we would have been on the road then, but still, that would have been cool to see.
It was at the very end, like 4:00 in the afternoon, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
So,
what is the name of the guy?
That was really good was the Rebels panel. Did you
Yeah?
see the Rebels panel? Did either one of you see the Rebels?
No, we didn't, sadly.
That was good. That was a good
Okay.
one.
Nice.
And the Ranker, I forgot the name. The Ranker owner, the cosplayer. From the Return of the.
He stole a show too, because he looked just like him.
All right, Tron's
Yes.
sharing his screen. Oh, wow.
Yes, that's the Predator. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is nice. Can you zoom that in a little bit, please? You haven't seen
had
Predator
laser.
yet, but still.
He had the laser and everything. He was with laser and all the mesh. That the kid he was having it. Like, it was really cool.
I'm sure that kid's gonna remember that for years to come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
it was good. It was. I mean, you can see it. It's good.
Yes.
It's good.
So, guys, for those of you watching, if we haven't already, we really do hope that this stream convinces you to go next year. Even if you're not affiliated with any one Echo-based network, just go. Period, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
People make, just like last year, we had tables outside and we had parties going. It was a party or whatever, but it was friendly. It wasn't like people were getting over drunk or acting naughty.
True.
Other than me hitting on a celebrity, but
I mean, if anyone had been acting naughty, the security would have been on them like.
Yeah.
Some of the security people acted like they were guarding the president.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying at the hotel, people are like, "Oh, we had a good party," or what? Yeah, it was a very family friendly event. So it wasn't like, I don't want people to think, "Oh, well, I don't party." So it was a lot better.
Yes.
And Nova Vaughn must go.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, I'll have to watch the replay, but I just want to say I'm glad that you had fun. Thank you, man. And I agree with Donna. You definitely would have enjoyed this, man.
Yeah.
And
all right, so we got to tell
that there was sellers in between the different room levels. Plus they have an extra area for selling after the convention. So
right.
There was a lot of activity
Friday night before we met up with them. That one big room. And I told him, all this stuff is cool, but use your money wisely, because whatever you see here is likely going to be at the convention tenfold, and wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
And speaking of that night, there is one other funny story that we have to tell about the Uber driver that got us to you guys.
Are we going to tell them about Corey?
Yes, we are. So like we said, we met up with you guys. Yeah, Friday night. So we met up with you guys just after leaving the Opry Mills Mall area, and we caught a lift from pretty much there to the Hilton Garden, which, by the way, was super expensive. But this one dude that we had driving us to you guys, either he was, and I mean this nicely, either he was not right in the head or he was under the influence of something, because he just talked in that really spacey manner that someone drunk or high might. And a lot of what he said didn't make sense, like saying in one breath that his favorite movie was Empire Strikes Back, and then saying in the immediate next sentence that his favorite character was Natalie Portman's character, as if they were in the same movie. And dude, if you're watching this, I don't mean to insult you or anything. I'm just telling observations. And he botched a U-turn too,
and then didn't take accountability for botching said U-turn.
Yeah.
Oh, so how scary! I would have been.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It wasn't the most comfortable ride, but we got there in one piece. And despite the weirdness, he was nice. So
Yeah.
we can't complain too much. Oh, and by the way, hello. I didn't say it earlier. Hello to Leia Rose. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Leia Rose.
And again, Leia, you would have enjoyed this event. You really would have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Is there anything? I know Tron's typing something, but is there anything that anyone wants to say about the convention before we go?
I think next year will be better if they do not have it on that same weekend. It was an inconvenient weekend.
Agreed.
But I mean, I will go back even if EBN was not. Yes, I got it. I love it. I even if EBN doesn't have a meetup, even if there's no meetup, I will go back to it because it was that much fun.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Felix?
Yeah, I agree. You know, you need to go because this, I think, is the best Star Wars, and not Star Wars. There was all the stuff, but it's made by fans, and you can see that they have the care, and I think the experience is a lot better. Also the droids, you know, everybody.
That was
I think
cool.
I love
it was
the
cool.
droid parade. That was so fun.
And they interact
Yes.
with the kids. You know, that's the other thing. Like, these are fans. And
Oh, and
the
not-
droids are talking to the kids, and you don't see that in Disney. You know, like that's the other thing. You know, I don't know.
not just the droids, but also that one the hip hop stormtrooper walking around just interacting with anyone.
Oh, that was funny.
It
Yeah.
was.
That
And
was
the Pepsi Mandalorian.
Yeah,
The
the
Pepsi
Pepsi
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian actually talked to us.
He
And-
did.
Yeah.
Oh, and I told him about when we met Vader, and he scared the crap out of us.
The
Oh.
Bo-Katan,
So-
there was a Bo-Katan too, a cosplayer. That
Yeah,
she was
there was.
everywhere. Like, yeah.
I mean, it was good. It was good, and I will definitely go back. Even
Yes.
if you all just like, oh, I'm done with it, I would still go back.
Mhm.
Um,
Everybody go next year.
Nova says, "Is there a video of your performance?" Yes, there is videos. But I have to pull them from Mom's Facebook. So stand by on that. I will definitely upload those. Okay.
And again, Paul, I am so sorry. You can ask Tron, Mama Bear, me, him, his brother, Felix. We were all searching for you, seriously, and it broke our hearts because you didn't come out on Saturday night, and I was like, I want to hear you sing because I love listening to you.
I know,
sing.
and like I said, I would have, but between being dead, we both were dead tired after Saturday, and likely not being able to afford an Uber at least one of the two ways there, I thought it best to just not, and instead be with Mom and Dad and see the Nashville nightlife, which was fun, and we got to try Nashville hot chicken for the first time, which I barely survived.
And I took like an absolute champ.
Until you had to use the bathroom tomorrow.
We don't talk about that.
But anything
That wasn't immediate.
Yes. But anything that you want to say in closing, John?
Overall, I'm grateful that I got to go this year, and I hope I'm going to get to go next year.
Yep. And Tron, are you about ready to say what you got typed there? Take it away, man.
I want to mention, my physical therapist had a really cool idea, putting LED lights on my wheelchair, like a Tron light cycle. Think we are going to do that next year. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Much love.
That is awesome.
That
would
sounds
be
like a good
awesome,
idea, man.
though.
But
You've got to do that, Tron. You
know that if you do that, you've got to wear the full bodysuit too.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Star Wars Theology. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Legendary Tron. Donna, you don't
do it.
You don't have anything to subscribe yet to?
No.
Okay. Nova says, does your trip to Nashville turn you into country? I was already a country music fan. Old country music.
Old! Yes, me too.
Yes. But yeah, I was already a country music fan. But anyways, we will see you guys later. Like I said, tomorrow at 9, we're going to be having a stream on the Everything Else guys. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the chat again. So here's the link to the stream tomorrow. We're going to be doing a full in-depth spoiler review on Tears of the Kingdom. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the Everything Else guys for that. But in the meantime, and I want y'all to say it with me, we are the Star Wars guys where the Force is family.
Family.
Where the Force is family.
Yes. And
The
we
Force
will
is
see you
family.
guys later. Got to play the outro video.
See ya.